Sheila Balgobin, and I am the Dream Decipherer, and I help you to crack the code of your sleep and dreams so you can sleep sound and dream deep. This evening, I'm continuing with my kind of series on more unusual sleep problems, and today I'll be looking at restless leg syndrome. Now, restless leg syndrome, which is also known as Willis-Ekbom disease, is a common condition of the nervous system that causes an overwhelming desire to move the legs. Now, some of the symptoms that people suffering with this will have, the main one, of course, being an overwhelming urge to move the legs. But it can also cause unpleasant crawling or creeping sensation in the legs or feet, calves, and thighs. The sensation is usually worse at night, and occasionally even the arms may be affected as well. The syndrome is associated with involuntary jerking of the legs and arms, known as periodic limb movements in sleep. So it may be affecting people in their sleep, which may be why they may be striking out at their sleeping partner. Now, while some people may suffer with this only occasionally, others may suffer every day. And the symptoms can range from mild symptoms to quite severe. And in the most severe cases, it can actually disrupt the person's daily activities because of the frequency of these movements. Now, there's no obvious causes in the majority of cases for the occurrence of restless leg syndrome. They simply don't know why. And when there's no apparent reason, it's called primary or idiopathic restless leg syndrome. And this can run in families. So if there was someone in the family line that suffered with it, it can be passed along. There are some neurologists that say that the condition may have something to do with how the body processes the chemical dopamine, which is produced by the brain. Now, dopamine is involved in controlling muscle movement and may be responsible for the involuntary leg movements associated with restless leg syndrome. It's not certain. But in some cases, the symptoms may actually be the result of some other health problems, such as anemia or kidney failure. And this is called, in other words, it's not the actual problem, it's a problem that has come as a result of a knock-on effect. Now, who exactly is affected by restless leg syndrome? It's common enough that it can affect anyone at any point in their life, but women are more likely, or twice as likely actually, to develop the problem as men. And there also appears to be a link between pregnancy and restless leg syndrome. About 1 in 5 pregnant women will experience the symptoms in the last trimester of their pregnancy, although, again, nobody knows exactly why. In these cases, the problem usually disappears once the woman has actually given birth. Again, it's idiopathic. You just don't know what the cause was, or even why. Never mind. It's also more common in middle age, apparently, although the symptoms can appear at any age, including childhood. Now, treating restless leg syndrome can be done simply in milder cases that don't have an underlying health condition, such as the anemia or kidney failure. It may be treated perhaps with simple lifestyle changes. I mean, simple things that would help us in many ways, such as developing a good sleep routine, sleeping at regular hours, and following a regular ritual can help, as well as avoiding things like alcohol and caffeine late at night, and smoking, so no anyway, and exercising during the day, so that I guess maybe the body is more tired and you're more likely to sleep peacefully. If, however, the symptoms are much more severe, you may actually need medication to regulate the levels of dopamine in the body, and iron as well. If the restless leg syndrome symptoms are being the result of anemia, iron supplements may be all that's necessary to treat the symptoms, though you have to be careful taking iron supplements, because if you take too many, you can end up constipated and develop yet another problem. So there's a balance to be struck, but certainly getting more uh, iron into your system, preferably in the form of fresh fruits and vegetables, or vegetables, particularly dark leafy green ones, with some orange sauce or lemon sauce, because the citrus helps to chelate or pull out the iron that's needed. Now, the common treatments, as I said, that for restless leg syndrome, most of the time will disappear on its own without any treatment. But if the cause is unknown, the symptoms can worsen over time and get to the point where it severely impacts the, but in terms of which may cause insomnia and, and trigger anxiety and depression because they can't function normally. And there are medications and behavioral therapies that can, like such as CBT, that may be helpful in treating the problem. So that's restless leg syndrome, and it's there, as I said, that there's no particular reason why it may appear. It may be related to stress, and it may set up a vicious cycle where, because of the disruption to sleep and disruption to daily life, causes anxiety and stress, which may worsen the problem. But the best thing to do is to get in contact with your doctor or consultant and find out more, to find out, perhaps to run some tests and find out if the dopamine levels in your system may not be at their normal levels. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Have a great evening and a great week to come, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.